quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for it. It fell from the sky into Aaron Icing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. It's more CSFL. It's Thursday night here on YouTube. And boy, are we excited to have you. It's Anthony Malm. I'm back once again tonight. I'm joined by Reggie James for the first time. Of course, we've got Mike Peters and associate producer Austin Crow hanging out with us. And we've got ourselves Georgia versus Clemson to start the night. We are playing no games to start this one out. Our weather is clear and beautiful. Moderate wind, 76 degrees. Kickoff is away from Georgia. Clemson will receive. We'll see if they take it out. They do. On the initial return, brought down after much gain. Reggie, how are you feeling tonight?
Hey, feeling good. I feel like it's gonna be a good game tonight. Both teams 1-1, looking to get their second win of the season.
Trying to start off on a good foot as we're still early on in the season here. See how much those 11-mile-per-hour winds affect. Less strong than we saw last week here on YouTube. Great reception to start the game. Jeff Smith takes it 21 yards. I'm so excited. I got like peanut butter mouth going, Reggie.
Yeah, big catch to start off the game, 21 yards. That's pretty nice.
It's exactly what you want. Great drop back and a good read from Bojack as well. Awesome name, too. I feel like quarterbacks have to have a cool name like that. You've got to be able to represent the right way, show yourself off. Bojack Merriweather does it exactly that way. Clemson, 1st and 10 after the newly picked up first down. See how they want to take it out. Maybe another drop back, another pass from Bojack. Looks to the left, finds it, but got it up pretty quick. Gain of 3.
Yeah, only 3 yards there, but it's okay. They had a good start. And they'll hopefully get more yards soon.
Definitely hoping to gain more. That's always the key. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd and 7. And didn't see this at all last week on my first broadcast, Reggie, but a false start will be called out. That's tough. You had the 2nd and 7, now back to 2nd and 12. That kind of makes it hurt a little bit.
Yeah, hurt a lot.
How do you get that offense going, Reggie? What do you think is the key here? And you'll have to let me know after this next drive, of course, but that's the big thing I'm wondering. How does Clemson get going? They're going to go to the ground, 2nd and 12, and instantly shut down. No gain for Hurd.
I think Georgia had a lot of high-scoring games in the last 2 games. I think Clemson's got to keep the same energy, same pace as Georgia's been so far.
Here we go again. Clemson looking for better gains this time. A lot of time. A deep throw at that. Just heaving it to the end zone. Almost picked off by Damian Thatcher. Just a deflection, but Clemson going for desperation on that 4th and 12. They will not find it. A punt away. Georgia, time for their offense.
Yeah, it's a big throw there. Almost threw an interception. Can't just throw the ball to the defense like that, even if it is 3rd down.
Oh my goodness. Jet just trucked the dude to gain only 8, but brutal takedown on that. So Georgia already showing some signs of life just on the initial punt return. So hoping to see that continue. And you mentioned it, you can't give away interceptions, so Georgia will have to play this a little bit cleaner than they just saw Clemson do to get themselves off on the right foot. First play of the drive. Gonna be an option taken, trying to fight, but you're gonna go down regardless. -3 yards for Drake McDaniel.
Yeah, really didn't get anywhere there. Broke the first tackle, just couldn't get the rest of them. Defense swarmed on him.
2nd and 13 now for Clemson. See if they can keep that defense up on that first drive. Georgia, see what they can do with the drive, and they can keep it rolling. That's the biggest key, right? Another drop back. The lefty's looking, has some pressure, finds a man, but short gain, only 4 for John Lucas. That puts it at a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, not a great start to start off the game for Georgia yet, but it's still 3rd and 9. They got one more chance to get the first down.
Maybe one more chance is all they need. Another look, quick pass. Great gain, great speed, a truck 2. Lane Easton's gonna find 9 for the first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty big play, especially from short yardage catches, nice rack yards, first down.
See if they can keep it up, keep that momentum rolling. Another great run up the middle in response. A lot of time on the ground, but it works out. Now 13 on the ground for Lane Easton. So you said Georgia had to get their offense going, and Easton answered you.
Yeah, he looked like he had to carry them out for a little bit.
Another handoff. No, it's a play action over towards the left. Another first down for Georgia. John Lucas with 13. So Georgia coming alive.
Yeah, offense finally getting some momentum. 3 for 3 for Drake McDaniel. Looks like Georgia offense starting to get some flames.
Another play action, but this time nobody there. I'm just going to have to toss that one off to the sideline. So when you get that momentum rolling, if you're Georgia, do you keep going to the ground? Do you keep just trusting Easton, or do you go back to the air soon?
Oh,
the biggest question.
Lane Easton's a pretty good running back, and
you called
you
it.
Want to give him the ball. And
pretty good running back. Bringing him down too. 22 yards. I asked you the question, Reggie, and you had the answer just as it happened.
Yup. If it works, don't stop it. Just keep it going.
We'll see if they go back to the ground again as Easton's just fighting through. Quite possibly the biggest dog in the arena at the moment. But you got to keep it up if you're Georgia. Now 1st and 10, just around that 20-yard line. Clemson trying to play some lockdown defense as they've had Georgia do back to them before. The lefty once again now goes to the left, finds a man. It's going to be goal line for Georgia.
Yeah,
and that was a walk-on at that, too.
That was a walk-on?
Yeah, that was a walk-on. That couldn't be me. I'd have broken my ankles.
Yup. Hey, you never know.
Trying to keep it, but just stuffed out. -3 for Drake McDaniel.
It's okay to have a low yardage run every once in a while. They've been getting first downs pretty consistently, so.
Plus, has opened up a bit of a passing game now if you need it. Because Clemson's had to be so aware of what the ground game has done. Georgia looking for that touchdown to the air up the middle, but it's going to be short, just at the 1. Jeff Master finds 7.
Yeah, it's just right there. 3rd and probably inches. Still not a bad catch there. See if they can execute a touchdown.
Execute will be denied. No execution unless you're wearing orange. They stop it. 4th and goal on the 1. Georgia is going to settle for just 3 points.
Hey, fourth and just a little bit. Me there, I would have went for it there, but hey, take your 3 points to get off the field.
Yeah, get your points. Enjoy the positive of it. Georgia with the kickoff, Clemson to receive. They had a pretty good return to start this game. They had some momentum on it. We'll see if they can capture it again. Maybe they can. Past the 30, up to the 35, 32-yard return for Dante Terry.
Yeah, really big kick return there, just sweeping through tackles. Take that any time of the day.
Vibes are great. There's something about the orange in this particular stadium. I think it's the uni combo too with the playoff rosters that Clemson chose. After this play, we've got our first update over from Twitch, and Clemson making it a strong play at that. Fighting through, stepping all the way up. Bojack Merriweather takes it 30 yards. Now, Reggie, what's going on over on Twitch?
Let's see, we got a 100-yard kick return touchdown for Rody Scott as Texas takes the lead 10-3 on Florida.
Cody Scott going 100. 4 minutes left in the first quarter over on Twitch, and Cody Scott starting with an exclamation point. Clemson looking to put their first exclamation point on this game. Pretty fantastic run there before from Big Jack. Looking forward again up the middle, but this time caught only a gain of 3.
Yeah, QB had to get out the pocket. Don't want to take a sack. He'll take 3 yards any time of the day, too.
Started to notice that that's been a key for Georgia, is keeping that pressure on the QB. And that's why Bojack's taken to the scramble game. Now looking to the left, finds a man, and the first down.
Clemson getting their first down with Jeff Smith, 9-yard reception. Just a nice little out route. First down, 2 receptions, 30 yards for him on the game.
Furthest Clemson's been down the field, looking to get themselves on the board. Remember, only 3 for Georgia on that last drive. From the middle, going to be a gain of 3 for TD Hurd, or Georgia able to stop it out.
Hey, TD Hurd, he's been a been a playmaker for Clemson offense. Hopefully, he can get him started. Only 3 yards on the last 2 rushes, not great yet.
See if they can find that great you're looking for. Man, maybe they can with some fight like that from TD Hurd. Slamming through his mans, gaining 9. First down, Clemson.
Yeah, TD Hurd might have heard me there.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Looks like some changes at the line for Clemson. Looking, has some time to work, but can't do much with that time. Nobody open. A toss to the sideline.
Hey, first down, throwaway, not bad. Cut your risk. Take it a second down.
Live to play another day. That's going to be the case. Up the middle, but no, short of the end zone for TD Hurd. I was ready to call that one a TD. Instead, on the 1 for Clemson.
Just about a touchdown there. TD Hurd just murdering defenders out here.
Bojack keeps it, brought down at the 3. So Clemson now still with a lot of room to go. Georgia playing some strong defense at the line. After this next play, we have another update from Twitch as well. So hang out for that as Clemson try to make something happen here on 2nd and goal.
I wonder if we can get another goal line stop here for Clemson.
Another handoff, fighting, pushing, but can't make it happen. Gain of 2 for Chris Morris. So let's get that update from Twitch, Reggie.
On Twitch, we got a 62-yard touchdown by Keith Smith as Florida ties it up at 10 with Texas. 3 minutes in the first quarter.
Now a handoff from Clemson trying to get their first points on the board, and they'll do it. It got scary, but when you've got TD in your name, the only thing you know is the end zone. That's 6 for Clemson.
TD with the first TD of the game. That's what you want. Clemson scoring quick. That's how you want to start the game off.
Make it a clean 7 for Clemson. That's how you start it if you're rooting for the orange side of things tonight. Georgia will have to find a good way to respond. But you were talking about it. You were saying, don't worry about a wasted drive. You've got 4 for a reason, and Clemson did just that. And they were able to make it happen on the run. So great calls from you. Now in Georgia, what are you looking to see in this next offensive possession?
Same thing Clemson just did. Go down the field, maybe run some clock down, score a touchdown, take the lead. Gotta take the lead.
Gotta take the lead. I like running the clock too. Getting some clock management out. I've noticed a lot of games here in CFSL. The scoring gets pretty high. So if you can get some control of it, that's pretty significant. Lefty up the middle. Finds his man. Will be first. Yes, it will. 10 yards for John Lucas.
Good, nice quick curl route for John Lucas there. 3 receptions on the game. Another first down for Georgia.
Reading routes well tonight. That's kind of been the key. It feels like if you can actually execute the routes, as you've seemingly been noticing, Reggie, that's where the success has been. Otherwise, these teams are having to rely on the ground game, but it's not there that time for Drake McDaniel. Only a gain of 1.
Both defenses have done pretty well at stopping quarterbacks from trying to run the ball. You had to figure a new way out around that.
2nd and 9. Georgia handoff. Pretty decent run off towards the right, but Clemson able to stop it short of the first. 3rd down and 2. The dyslexia got me, Reggie. It's the first time here in CFSL my dyslexia got the better of me.
Hey, gets a better everyone at some point.
Right. Are we looking for towards that left-hand side? Clemson could not fold it up quick enough, and Jaden Charles going to go 9 yards. First down for Georgia. Bulldogs getting some movement, getting first downs consistently early in this game.
Yeah, Georgia's just taking chunks out of the defense right now, and that's how you win games.
7 yards for Lane. That certainly helps win games as well. You have a ground game like that, but you're going to have to turn that into points. To your point earlier, though, a lot of clock burned already, about a 2-minute possession so far for Georgia. All those first downs will certainly help with that. Going to be kept by Drake. Making room, dodging men too. 21 yards gained by Drake McDaniel.
Yeah, they finally let Drake McDaniel through. That's a good run for Georgia there. Clemson's got to find a way to stop this run game.
Pretty good block too as well. I didn't catch that the first time we saw that play go down. So nice job on the replay team there to give us that view. It's Georgia now making some noise within the 20. Handoff, no. Drake keeps it up the middle, but it's read pretty well by Clemson. Bring him down.
Going nowhere that time. They saw what happened last play. They got him again. I'm not going to let him do it to him again.
The adaptation, that's been a big thing so far this game. Georgia needing to make one here. Clean handoff. This time threw off to Lane East. Gain of 4.
3rd and 5 for Georgia, but I think they give that ball right back to Lane East, and that's the first down any time of the day.
See if Georgia agrees. I think I'm there with you, Reggie. Will they hand it off? No, going to be a keeper for Drake. 3rd and 5. Looking to his right, finds a man, but John Lucas steps out of bounds short of the first down. 4th and 2. With no time left in the first, Georgia will simply kick it away. Do not get the kickoff in time for the first quarter, though, so that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Type your 2s in chat. It's 7-3. Clemson hanging on to the lead. More CFSL. Do not go anywhere. Reggie, what's your breakdown of what we saw in the first quarter?
Georgia, they were moving the ball pretty nicely. They were getting yards, but just couldn't get in the end. Oh, maybe not.
We're going for it now. So from the field goal unit to the end zone, perhaps no, short. Lane Easton only finds 6. So on to the 1-yard line, but you reset the downs. That's the biggie. Now Georgia has a chance for those 6 points when we are ready to chalk it up to a kick. Drake McDaniel leads the squad. Up the middle is the run, and Lane Easton finds the end zone. Make it 6 points for Georgia.
Yep. In a game like this, where you know you gotta score high, Georgia scored and went for the touchdown, and we cashed it in.
Kick will be good. Still waiting for me to be the one who's cursed and there's a missed kick. So if you hang out on YouTube here on Thursday nights, and I'm still here, keep your eyes out for that. I'm telling you, it's going to be me that sees it when it finally happens. Kickoff, Georgia. Yep. Clemson will return it. Let's see how they do. So far, Clemson's had some pretty good returns, so eyes on this one. Looking for some room, not going to find it this time, just a gain of 28 for Terry.
Yes, good blocks up the middle, just got snatched up behind. Like you said, though, good returns for Clemson so far in the game.
Clemson up for 1st and 10. Pretty far to go, but it's early in the second quarter. Quick pass and stuffed out. No gain for Jeff Smith, and looks like we got ourselves quite a long Twitch update here. So we'll get to that after this next play, so you got plenty of time to get through it. Chaotic game over on Twitch, just like the one we've got here. This happened last week too. These games are always so in tandem. Handoff from Clemson. A lot of room to work with. Gonna be a great gain for TD Hurd at 15.
Yeah, on Twitch, you got a 2-yard touchdown pass to Keith Smith with one rush and only 1 reception now. Florida goes up 17-13 with no time in the first, going to the second.
Wow, so great game so far for Keith Smith. A close one over on Twitch, close one here on YouTube. Clemson up the middle, find another open man. William Owens getting his name read out loud here. Gain of 14 this time through.
William Owens with the first reception of his game tonight. Bo Jackman 5 for 7, not too shabby for the second quarter.
Not going to be a handoff to play action. Open man to the left, but Georgia there pretty quickly. So Robert's going to gain 12, but hanging on to it, as chat's saying. Hope you're doing well tonight, chat. Going to have our check-in. Sound off. How we feeling? We go Dogs. Clemson faithful. I live down the street from NC State, Reggie, so I'm all too familiar with Clemson faithful whenever they come to town. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. First down to those Clemson faithful. They got a reason to be. Wow. What a run there. They'll make it 90 rushing yards in the ground this game for Clemson, and TD Hurd has led the way with 58 of those.
TD Hurd just smashing through defenders, looking almost untackable on that play. You gotta get him to the ground, even though it's a hard task.
Yeah, that was crazy. Georgia just could not get hands on that guy to stop him out. Clemson now, 1st and 10. Great field position as well. Where are you looking? Where are you looking? We're looking up the middle. We have an open man. And William Owens just got his first reception this drive. The second one makes it a touchdown for Clemson.
William Owens making his name heard for the night. Wide open in the middle of the end zone. Easy touchdown catch. Clemson up.
Clemson up. And as has been the case so far tonight, which feels like it's been every time we talked about it, a team gets the ball back, they've got points to make up for.
Yeah, that's what it takes to win a game. Gotta just keep scoring.
21 there for Jet. Scoring. That's how a lot of these have been. I know last week there was a lot of high scoring games.
Yeah.
So we'll see how far this one can get. We're not even at halftime yet. We're not even close.
Not close at all.
Drake McDaniel leading the squad out. Going to be a handoff up the middle. A lot of room to work for Lane Easton. 8-yard gain.
Both the running backs for Georgia and Clemson both really carrying the load tonight. Got to stop them if you want to shut them down.
It's true. It's been very much a double-headed serpent so far for Georgia. Double-headed dog, I guess, is more accurate.
Yeah.
John Lucas, 15-yard reception.
Another reception for John Lucas, 45 yards in the second quarter. Might have himself a game tonight.
Looks like we have a Twitch update too, Reggie.
Yep, 47-yard touchdown pass to Stacy Smith, and the Gators are up 24-13 on Texas with 7:51 in the second quarter.
Constant action over there, but a lead starting to emerge. Can we find one here if Clemson can shut it down?
Tight pass for
home
Jeff
teams
Messenger.
are wearing full orange tonight?
Yep.
That's interesting. I liked last week. A lot of blackout uniforms last week. I'm always partial to those.
I think blackout's the best type of uni to have on.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
First down for Lane Easton. I'm also partial. I mentioned that I'm pretty close to NC State. They've got those like dark gray uniforms they rock every now and again. They kind of like steel. Oh, I'm obsessed with those too. Real good look.
Nice,
If you haven't seen those, I suggest taking a peek. It's a good look. Georgia, another play. Drake, eyes on right. Easton's there. Gain of 5.
Another little short check down pass. You'll take the 5 yards anytime for first down.
11 of 12 so far for Drake McDaniel as well. So definitely, I saw somebody say it earlier. The gunslinger is very accurate so far tonight for Drake. This time going to be a handoff. You've been talking about that. It's up the middle. Jet's going to find 8.
Yeah, Georgia's just really smashing Clemson in the run game, and if it works, it works. You gotta just keep going with it until someone stops it.
Handoff. Wow, that size difference was awesome from Drake over to Jet O'Reilly. Only going to be a gain of 2 for Jet. So 2nd and 8 now. I didn't realize the size difference between the two players there. That looked hilarious. But here you go, little brother. Take the ball, you know.
Hey guys, gotta share your food.
You gotta share the food. -3 for Lane Easton. So the Clemson defense, they're the ones eating right now. Make it a 3rd and 12. So you have to imagine Georgia will go to the air, where we talked about it. Drake McDaniel has been strong and accurate so far tonight. So a big chance for a shutdown here if you are Clemson. Georgia lines up. Snap. Drake scanning, fires. Short catch, but the gain is there. First down, Jet O'Reilly.
Big catch for Jet O'Reilly to get a first down on 3rd and 12. First catch of the game. That's a pretty good way to start it out.
Kills a lot of the momentum. The Clemson defense was starting to build up there too. Now a handoff, keeping that momentum going. A nice gain of 8 for Lane.
Another big run for Lane Easton. Just doing what he does best.
Some calls for a John Lucas touchdown from John Lucas. We'll see if that happens. Another handoff. More fighting on the ground for Georgia. This one for a first down. 5 for Jet. That makes it 1st and goal.
Both these running backs just running through people tonight, and that's my favorite type of football right there. Running through defenders all night.
Oh yeah. See where Drake takes the team. Into the air, but Clemson breaking through. 4-yard sack, and the celebrations there. Why not, Troy Smith? Great night so far for the lineman and Clemson.
Yeah, Troy Smith having a nice little game. Sacked 2 TFLs, 4 tackles. That's a pretty good way to start off the first half.
Especially when you get to that goal line spot, too, to be able to get some position back, make it a little more uncomfortable, force some uncomfortable plays at that. Georgia trying to stay comfy, a handoff, a lot of room to run. The stiff arm, too, but Clemson fighting back. Only going to be a gain of 3.
And another red zone play for Georgia, the third and goal line. I didn't think they would take it last time, but they took it, got the first down and a touchdown. So see how it ends up for them here.
Drake finds his man, but it's broken up. The Clemson defense pulls through at least a 4th and goal now. And looks like Georgia's just going to take the 3.
Yeah, Clemson red zone defense been putting some pressure on Georgia, making them take some uneasy options there. And force them to another field goal.
And that was something you talked about earlier too, Reggie. You talked about the need to be able to adapt, improvise, think on your feet. In Georgia, they do it up until the goal line, at least in the last couple of drives. So they'll settle for 3. 14-13, Clemson with the lead. Clemson with the return as well. Much more room to work this time, but Georgia gets there quick enough. In a 28 for Dante Terry, and a Twitch update.
On Switch, we have a 3-yard touchdown run for Keith Smith, his 3rd total in the game. Gators go up 31-13 with 5:40 left in the first half.
It's a great game tonight for the Gators up to this point. Very close one still here on YouTube, so make sure you're checking out both streams as we go through tonight, both here on YouTube and on Twitch, as we have just over 3 minutes left here in the first half. Clemson and Georgia, 14-13. Clemson. It's a keeper. Bojack fighting. We've seen that a couple times. But this time, Georgia has an answer. They stop it short. 3rd and inches.
Big run there. 2nd down. Couldn't get the first down, though. And got to find a quick way to get the ball out.
Bojack heard you. It's out quick. It's up the middle quick, and it's caught. Paul Gavin. 11-yard gain at that. The 2nd reception tonight for Paul, averaging 8 so far. So pretty good stats there. It's 2 simple receptions, but maybe not so simple. Clemson moving up the field well. We saw this from Georgia earlier in the game. Clemson take their turn now. On the snap, handoff up the middle again. More pushing and shoving, and another 2nd and inches.
Yeah, another run play there for TJ Hurd. You wonder if they're going to try to run the clock down here and get to the 2-minute warning.
Step back, this time looking. Bojack scans off to the left. First down for Clemson and more. Put your head down and run, Arnold. That's the play for Arnold Dowell there.
A lot of just running defenders over. I hope we can see this rest of the game all night.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. This is just our first game of the night, reminded, as we hit that two-minute spot you were talking about here for halftime.
Yeah.
Handoff. Clemson. First. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're moving quick now, too. A hurry-up offense play. You were kind of talking about that there might be some clock management, but instead we're doing it aggressively if you're Clemson. Handoff. No. Play action. Caught. Up the middle. Short gain this time. Jackson Clock popping up on the scoreboard. Gain of 4.
Yeah, you want to kind of just punch him in the mouth a little bit, run some clock down, but don't run too much clock off. Still got to score.
Change of direction works out so well. Clemson pushes all the way through. Maybe you're right, Chad. He is a tractor. Wow. TD Hurd brings it to the end zone.
TD Hurd just running through anything that tries to tackle him. No one's stopping TD Hurd tonight, as they haven't done all season.
That was nuts right there. That was absolutely insane for Clemson. And we've seen that. You talked about the physicality right before that. And once again, it shows up. Clemson now take the lead 21-13. 1:40 left in the first half. Georgia on the return. Only a 21-yard return at that. So it's going to be tough to make something happen before halftime.
Yeah, but they got the time to make it happen. 1:48. That's enough time to go down the field and
You know,
At
it's
least get a
nothing.
field goal and score. That's easy.
Drake McDaniel looking for that pre-halftime magic. Fires too. Get O'Reilly is going to find 7 and a Twitch update. Why not?
Okay.
Ooh, Barry
something.
Thomas that actually got it that time. I was looking to see if the name was familiar, but it said Barry Thomas. First down for Georgia. So I think you can give us the details now too.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Look like we got another Twitch update. 2-yard touchdown pass to Barry Thomas as Texas cut into the lead. FLA still up 31-20 with 4 minutes in the.
And we 4 minutes left in the half, and Florida's still hanging on to the lead. Thanks for the update, Reggie. And as that happened, Drake McDaniel, clean pass, another first. Georgia keeping the ball moving with 1:16 left in the half. That's a lot of time to make some plays happen.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much time. Gotta hope they don't run to the end zone too quick.
That's kind of been Georgia's game tonight too, so that's probably a good shout. Another clean pass, but a tough bring down there. Clemson on it quickly. Only again a 7 for Jaden Charles there. And that could have been a lot more.
Yeah, just a lot of tough running tonight. Running through defenders, staying up on would-be tackles.
Drake McDaniel just took too long, and Clemson will make him pay for looking. Big time sack for Clemson. Timeout forced from Georgia. 52 seconds left in the half.
Definitely not what you want in a 1 minute drill like that.
Whoa! On the fadeaway there from Drake McDaniel. Dude caught the Knicks game last night with a pass like that. It's going to be a first down for Georgia. The hurry up, too. They're looking to go further through and make something happen here with just 40 seconds left on the clock. Still 1 timeout to play with. The pass from Drake to the end zone, almost intercepted by Theo Quirk. That would have been a heck of a play for Clemson, but it shuts things down for now.
That's a close one. Another deep throw where defense just shut it down. They haven't been able to take the deep throws tonight.
Almost caught again, but Drake finds his man. It's Brady Chafane, 32 yards for the touchdown before halftime. McDaniel had all the time there, and Drake wasn't missing this opportunity. You don't need any time. Forget it. Forget the pressure. Clemson,
Yep.
Drake's got it.
Once again, another time I said they're doing something wrong, and they did it right. That's got it. Jinxing the whole game.
Dog looks kind of tough in this game, no?
Yes.
Georgia will settle for 1. So 34 seconds left in the half. And this was something you had talked about, Reggie. You don't want to go too quick.
Yeah, always the game of 30 seconds is not a lot, but you still give them a chance to come down the field.
Oh, and come down the field, they might just. Landon Barker. Not a name we've said much tonight at all, but great return there. 29 left in the first half. Clemson, we've seen tonight. We know they're going to try to make something happen here. Just a matter of how they're going to do it. Look into the air. A lot of time up the middle looking for that first down. Maybe short. Paul will find 9.
That's another short pass. Paul Gavin with the catch, 9 yards. Got to hurry it up and try to get down the field if you can.
And they do, and they find a man, and he's going. He'll be brought down. Clemson still has a timeout left, though. They're going to hurry up towards the line, so they're going for more and being greedy with the timeout. I love it from Clemson. Looks like they had to do it to him. Can you find a touchdown, too? Find a man, but no room for the end zone. 5 seconds left, timeout taken. Clemson will settle for 3. Just got to get it through those uprights.
And they got to be perfectly fine with that. Taking 30 seconds on the clock, driving down the field quickly, getting 3 points. That's what you want.
And it is indeed good. So 3 seconds left in the first half, and Clemson will find themselves up 24-20. One more Twitch update before halftime as well.
On Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run by Jack Smith. The Gators are up 38-20 with 38-20 with 152 in the half.
Great game so far to be rooting for the Gators. And that brings us here on YouTube to halftime. Clemson lead 24-20. Thanks as always for watching CFSL here on PX1 Sports. on YouTube. I'm Anthony Malum still. I've got Reggie by my side. And of course, shout out to the crew making it happen. Reggie, before we head into the second half, give us your breakdown. What have you been seeing? What have you been picking up? You've been on it so far with the physicality. You've been reading the Georgia offense like a book. I have to give you credit on that as well. So what should we look for heading into the second half?
Definitely stick with running the ball. It's been working all game for both teams. You got to keep giving it to your running backs because you see what they do. They run through people and they get touchdowns. But I like to see Georgia get a little bit more deep passes because that seemed like that touchdown was only a really big deep pass they had there in the game so far.
I like that call from you, and it does reflect as well on stats. A lot of yards for both teams, but let's talk about time of possession, because that was something you were pointing out significantly so as chat hits that 3. Welcome to the third quarter, gang. Time of possession is pretty strongly leaning in the favor of Georgia, but Clemson, when they've got the ball, that 7 minutes was an explosive 7 minutes.
Yeah, Georgia's just, they're driving down the field, they're taking time off the clock, but once they make it to the red zone, Clemson starts to stall them out. So they got to figure a way how to just play better red zone offense. Get more points on the board for the team.
Foot to ball, that means it's the second half. Georgia on the return. Clemson there quickly. And dude just got flattened there by Clemson. I didn't catch the number, but damage done.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to take off, and he shut him right back down. Let him going nowhere.
Drake McDaniel trying to change the course of the game and make some use of that time possession we saw in the first half. First play is a rush to Jet O'Reilly. Simple gain of 4.
Like I said, you got to keep giving that run game. It's been working for Georgia. It's been working for Clemson. And if they can't slow it down, he's got to keep going with it all game.
Drake fires. Hauled in. Tyler Goldstein. Let's get your name up there. 8 yards on the reception. And a clean one at that. In some traffic, too. Always worth noting.
Yeah, Drake McDaniel spreading the ball around inefficiently. 19 for 22. He's spreading the ball around, but keeping it efficient, too.
18 first downs for Georgia. It feels like every time they have the ball, we're saying it. Drake McDaniel looking to keep it, but can't make up any room. Matter of fact, loses 1 on the rush. Cooper Young, 6 tackles this game. That the first one for a loss.
Yeah, McDaniel's had a lot of plays where he tried to run through the middle. He's only got it on just about 1. They've been doing pretty good on keeping him contained.
Drake, bit of a scramble, had to get it away, cannot do it. 8-yard sack for Clemson. And talking mess on the way up. Brandon Alexander with the sack this time. Just read it like a book. Number 66 had no chance there to kind of keep control of the situation. Tough look, but great look if you're rooting for Clemson tonight.
Yeah, if you're 66 there, you got to feel a little guilt for your quarterback when he gets smacked like that, but hey, on to the next play.
In return, the next play, a lot of time, but damage had been done in that previous sack. So despite a 12-yard reception for Lane Easton, it'll be 4th and 7. Clemson with a big stop. You get the lead right before halftime. Now you force the punt here early. They'll have decent field position. This is already a much different look than we had in the first half of this game. On the punt return, Clemson will have a little bit of room to work, actually. So even better than that, 13-yard gain for Dante Terry.
And not too bad of a punt return right there. Dante Terry getting 13 yards. You'll take that any time of the day.
Bojack leading the squad out for Clemson, keeping it, but gets kind of caught up in traffic. So Merriweather will go down, only gaining 5.
Yeah, look like he had some blocks to the outside, just got smacked up by free tackler. Decent run for a quarterback play.
Bojack keeping it again, this time open field for the big man. Gain of 12 for Clemson.
Looked like he was running a speed option there, but running back just got smacked, so Merriweather took it himself, a nice little 12 yards.
Yeah, he said, bet, I got it. Bojack now taken to the air. Bullet up the middle, and Jeff Smith, you gained 11 and +1 bruise.
Man, hitting on defense, hitting on offense, it's just a whole lot of physicality this game. they're gonna be tired by the first fourth quarter.
That's what I was thinking too. Just physicality has been the key word of this game. Bojack off to the right. He's in gain of 4 for Jackson Clock. It's been physicality. It's been a very quick pace of play. It's been a fun game to watch so far.
Yep. You like seeing people getting ran over, knocked out. This is the game for you right here.
Up the middle, is that a touchdown? No, William Owens will be stopped short, but a 29-yard gain for Clemson. Bojack didn't even take long to read it, just had his man, and his man lost it. Brady got the tackle, thankfully, for Georgia, but damage done. Now on the goal line for Clemson.
Yeah, it looked like the safety just lost him there down the seam, and he's got to have better awareness down the middle like that.
Hand off up the middle, stuffed out quick. No yards gained for TD.
TD Herb probably because I don't remember if he had any other bad runs. That's probably the only time they really stopped him.
I know, we're used to seeing him gain like 6 yards a run, feels like.
Yeah.
Bojack keeping it, tossing on the option, fighting. Do you get it? No, not quite. TD Hurd gains 4 up to the 1. So Clemson will have to make it happen again. I thought that was it, but just
yeah, it looked like that.
Couldn't get the fight on.
It looked like he had it in there, I guess.
Got it that time. Robert Wetzel. All right, sure. I was expecting to see TD Hurd on the field, but now you get the touchdown. Clemson go up by 10.
Yeah, these two-man backfields working for both teams right now. Just running through people all night.
So Clemson get the PAT, 31-20 now. It's up to Georgia. How do they turn it around? How do they find a score out quickly?
Man, I don't know. But, like, definitely got to score more, obviously, but defense kind of been just getting ran over a little bit. They've got to play the same physical defense that Clemson's been showing so far, and got to get back, put themselves back in the game.
Georgia and Drake McDaniel need to make something happen. Time can slip away in a game like this when we've seen the offensive just move so quick. Drake off to the left. One of the few passes that we haven't seen been gobbled up by Georgia. I mean, you saw it there. Now 20 for 40. Previously was 21 for 31 from the air. It's been a fantastic game of accuracy for Drake McDaniel. That time broken up. Looking to run it back. Now off to his right. And we'll find a man for a gain of about 7 for Jaden Charles.
Not too shabby of a catch right there. Jaden Charles, 3 yards, 23 receptions. It might look like a small game for him, but that's pretty good. 7 yards per catch.
Man in motion. Drake goes the opposite way and makes all that field work. Jaden Charles once again. Gain of 6 before he steps out of bounds.
Perfect ball placement there. Just getting over the defender's head and right between the receiver and the sideline. Perfect ball right there.
Quick handoff. Clemson on it, but can't catch up. What a run for Easton, just simply outrunning the defense on that play. That'll make it 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Easton's saving the run there. He looked like he was about to get swallowed up, but just running through 2 defenders and getting free for extra 7 yards.
Another handoff, this time over to the left. Stiff arm early, but it's going to be a big-time loss for Jed O'Reilly. -5 on the play. It's not as bad as it seemed off the rip, but still makes it 3rd and 8, which might force the air game from Georgia, which we've seen has been hit or miss just in terms of what the defense is putting on for the yards after the catch.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of been a little bit 50-50, but I think the quarterback's been doing what he's got to do. And as long as he keep it up, that's a good play.
Oh, didn't keep it up that time, unfortunately. Did get it into the hands of Jed O'Reilly. Try to let Jed make a play happen, but it wasn't there that time for Georgia. Clemson shuts it down, playing great defense so far in the second half of this game. They hold Georgia to 20, 4th and 11, so they'll punt the ball away. Clemson get to hang on to, once again, the lead, but this is the same field position that we saw before that worked out so well for Clemson. They had a great return. That was the key. Let's see if it happens again. Georgia rushing through, got some blockers and some room to work. Reads the field great, and a fantastic gain from Dante Terry. Call it 26 on the return.
Yeah, really great kick return there for Terry. It's been like that all game for Clemson, just running long, open lanes, getting big returns.
Option shut down there. Nick Lee able to get the tackle for a loss, but still 2nd and 10.
Seemed like he kind of got out a little late right there. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
it seemed that way. Motion now for Clemson. Bojack's going to hand it up, but just getting stuffed out. TD Hurd gets caught already. A very, very fast 3rd and 9 for Clemson. Uncharacteristic.
Yeah, Georgia getting a little replica of what Clemson's been doing all game. Or not all game, but the second half, just swarming on in the backfield, stopping the running back.
Bojack had to fire quickly as Georgia had the pressure on. That's going to be a 4th and out for Clemson just as fast as they got their hands on the ball. If you're here rooting on the Bulldogs, that was the exact defense you wanted to see come out of the gate.
Yeah, Georgia's defense had to get a stop there. They got the job done. Now, offense got to come back and play even harder now. Get them back in this game.
See how the punt goes for Georgia this time. Notably quieter in the return game. That was almost why. Flattens the guy. Keeps on fighting. Oh my goodness. What a run for Jed O'Reilly. That should have been no gain, let alone 19 yards.
Jed O'Reilly looked like he's about to get smacked away in the backfield. Broke 1, 2, 3 tackles. Just big return there for Georgia.
Handoff. Easton again, this time just gets swallowed up. We'll gain 3 for Georgia. And after this next drive, it's been a while, but hey, we got ourselves another update from Twitch coming again after this drive. So we'll see what Georgia can do with it. 2nd and 7 now, 2:05 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Clemson 31-20, hanging on to a comfy lead. Another handoff to Easton. A lot of room to work this time, but will get grabbed short of the 1st down. Surprised Easton couldn't grab it, but now we've got that Twitch update.
All right, on Switch, we have a 29-yard touchdown pass to Blake Brock for Texas. They now trail forward at 38-26 with 6:35 in the 3rd.
It's making a bit of a comeback late in this game. Georgia trying to do the same thing. Drake McDaniel up the middle. Going to be a gain of 14 yards. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. I mean, the average doesn't tell the full tale of how Drake's been on the ground when it's needed to be the case.
Yeah, when they need him to run the ball, he's been getting there, getting a big 1st down plays, and getting shut down on some other ones.
The offense has been so quick tonight for both teams. That time, Jed O'Reilly, big time gain. Again, obviously forces that 1st down. That's been so common for Georgia, but this is where they've run into trouble, at least here in the 2nd half. You see it, 21 1st downs compared to 16 for Clemson. But every time the uprights, the end zone, they get in view, Georgia seems to get shut down here in the 2nd half. Clemson keeping it up. Sack on Drake McDaniel. This one for 8 yards. Jackson Pollard finding it. And Clemson just continue to be an orange wall.
This has been the story for Georgia in the red zone. Just can't find anything. Clemson's red zone defense, D-line, all that's just been really giving them struggles.
Second and 18 for Drake McDaniel.
Oh my, getting benched.
And off to Easton. Will be a gain of 7. That makes it 3rd and 11. So back where you started after that large gain earlier. We'll see if Clemson can once again shut things down.
Good run to use some yards back, and another 100-yard game for Easton here.
Just piling up the numbers for early on in this season. Drake McDaniel over to his right, but that is not enough room to work for Jed O'Reilly. Only a gain of 2. Georgia will be forced to potentially kick. We'll see if they go. No, it's going to be a kick. Play it safe. Still some time to work with here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll just get to 3. But how are you feeling? I mean, if you're Bulldogs offense right now, what do you have to fix?
It's just that.
Oh, that missed.
Oh, he did miss that.
It looks like it made it from the side angle. Great catch there by both our producer here in the booth and the replay. That's crazy. The wind got it. And it wasn't even that crazy of wind early in the game. I think, what did we say? It was 17 or 11. It was only 11 miles per hour.
Yeah. Definitely didn't. Just not what you want there, especially in a game like this.
That gives Clemson an even bigger advantage this week.
Rest of them.
Yeah, it did. As we get to the end of the third here. TD Hurd will bring it up. Only a loss at 2. King Harris. What a name. Wish I could have gotten to say that name more through this game. But that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. You are watching CFSL here on PX1 Sports. Clemson holding on to a lead over Georgia, 31-20. Fourth quarter action. So the conclusion is upon us. Type your fours. Get the excitement in the air. Reggie, there's a few more minutes for Georgia that they've got to figure out how to get past Clemson. Their defense is coming up fairly clutch, at least for the time being. But when they get back on offense, that's going to be their biggest struggle. Clemson, first play of the fourth quarter. Play action. Off to the right. 4-yard gain, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it was a 4-yard catch there by Jackson Clock. I don't know. Clemson just got to slow down the game, run the clock down, and don't let Georgia get any chance, even though Georgia's defense has been doing pretty good ever since.
The physicality just continues and continues some more from Clemson tonight. It's impressive to watch every time. 4th and inches, though. So didn't quite get it. On the punt away. Georgia's got to come up big. It feels like they could get a good return. They could get something going their way, but there is nobody back there to block for Jett O'Reilly. Only a gain of 7 and some damage done at that.
Yeah, definitely failed their kick returner there. I'm not sure what happened, but all alone in the back and got smacked up.
First play of the drive for Georgia is going to be a handoff, so not too afraid of the clock, at least yet, but no gain for Lane Easton, who's been such a go-to.
Yeah, when you have a running back who's been running like he has all game, all season, you give him the ball, but yeah, I think they got to start passing and getting in the air because they don't got much time left.
Good run that time, gain of 6, but as you've talked about, now it's 3rd and 3, and Lane's been pretty good in the air, too. One of the stronger receivers that we've seen, and Drake's been accurate. So you have to imagine when Georgia do go to the air, they've got potential there. 6 of 12 and 3rd down conversions. They need one this time, but just nowhere to go. And Jett O'Reilly gets caught looking for a way out, and Clemson with the shutdown. 4th and 2 on Georgia. And it looks like Georgia will go for it, kind of have to in this situation.
Yeah,
but dangerous field position. Here we go. Drake. Not a lot of time, finds a man though, and steps through. And he was able to get it. A dangerous attempt for a first down. I thought Lane might have stepped out of bounds, but Lane Easton, we just said it, able to come up clutch in the air.
Yeah, I think they've got to put more trust in their pass game. They've been leaning on Lane Easton, even though he's been so good for them, but you got to put more trust in the pass game now.
Still running it. I mean, again, the rush is there. Jett finds 8, but that kills a lot of time.
Yeah, if they feel like they can break off a big run, maybe get a big run touchdown, then I guess that's how they feel.
Another handoff to Easton. A lot of room again. Easton beats out one man for it, gains 11.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about a game with a whole bunch of running in it. I love running backs. I love seeing especially in a physical game like this.
I guess the problem is you're down by 11. So the one touchdown doesn't really do enough. This time a pass to Tyler Goldstein for 10. So you get the first, but you're burning so much clock in doing so.
And the pass games worked really well for them, and they've been just really working in the run, but they still got some time to try to make it up.
Man up the middle open. Jaden will find a gain of 8. So 2nd and 2 now for Georgia. So they're moving the ball well. The positives are there. Just the concern is the time. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the game. As Clemson still hold on to that 11-point lead. McDaniel, it's going to be an option up the middle that Clemson is all over. -3 makes it a 3rd and 5.
And Clemson defense comes running down again. Troy Smith with 3 TFLs and a sack there. And just got to find a way to get around this D-line.
Drake McDaniel starting to get in danger territory. Has to make something happen. Finds a man and makes that something happen. Jed O'Reilly with 9 and the first down.
Jed O'Reilly and Lane Easton, that's been a really good backfield for them. And he's been good on the ground, in the air, too.
This time a handoff. Dangerous, but maybe it works out. Another good gain. Call it 7 for Jed O'Reilly. The clock still ticks.
Yeah, 20-31 here, and just running a lot of clock down. Hoping that, even though Georgia's defense has been pretty good in getting 3 and outs, so.
Get that? No, broken up. I thought somehow that pass was caught, but Clemson denied it. It really did. Looked like it got kind of just stuck on the player, but Clemson swatted down. 3rd and 3. Massive play in this game. Drake scanning, has some time, will fire to the left, has the room, has a first, make it goal line. Brady Chaffain, when you needed him most, 12-yard gain.
Big catch there, 12-yard reception. And pretty good game from him. 2 receptions for 44 yards is definitely what you want there for a receiver.
Georgia in the goal line, got to get a quick touchdown here. We'll hand it off, the first one, shut down by Clemson. Lane Easton can't make it work. Troy Smith just a little bit too much. The 4th tackle for a loss in this game.
Yeah, Troy Smith's been dominating him up the middle, and it's kind of been not surprising at this point how they've been playing in the red zone.
Drake has to hurry, finds a man, but again, Clemson are not letting him through. So you gain 2 to Lane Easton, back from the previous loss, but now it's 3rd and goal. Clemson continue to be the orange wall that Georgia cannot break through. Drake will try it. A handoff up the middle. No room to go. Only 1 for Jed O'Reilly. Clemson making a 4th down.
Clemson goal line defense has been undeniable tonight, and they just haven't been able to find a way around it. Now they got to take a 4th down here.
Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. It's a turnover. Clemson force it. They get the ball back. 4 minutes left on the clock. The Bulldogs might have been playing with some food there for too long, and Clemson might have just shut this game down.
Clemson again. Clemson. That's been the game tonight, especially in the red zone. Georgia crashing down on Clemson now too, though.
Georgia, there's still a chance. You do have great field position. Obviously a dangerous spot for Clemson. Hang on. Oh, man. -2 there. 3rd and 11. Damian Thatcher almost made something happen there for Georgia. Got me nervous.
Looked like he almost had that safety there. That's
it really did, didn't it? I was waiting for it to pop up as a review or something. I can't believe he got out of the end zone. But now stuck, an option in the end zone. How dangerous does Clemson want to play this game? Oh my God. 4th and 7 now in the end zone. So Georgia do get the stop needed.
Yeah, he's playing around right now. They're trying to, I don't know, they're playing risky in this, but it's working for them though.
They'll burn some clock with this. It'll bring us below 3 minutes to go. So kind of insane the ball gets back to Georgia, but this is where the problems of the previous drive really hurt. The snap will be a bit away from now.
Mascot in the background trying to hype his team up.
Where's the flag on that dude? He was on the field. Like,
literally
he's in the punter's field of view. That was crazy. Caught just after the 40. A pretty good gain at that. 13 yards for Jed O'Reilly. So if Georgia can make a very quick touchdown here, be irresponsible to call it over, but they've got to get it quick.
Yeah, I got to be quick down the field. Maybe try to take a long shot here to the outside.
Not quite a long shot, but gain of 6 for John Lucas.
Pretty good game for John Lucas here too. 6 receptions for 51 yards, and Drake McDaniel's been really accurate all game.
He has. Need the accuracy to continue. Once again, finds him out to the right, but Clemson all over it already. 3rd and 7, -3 for Lane East.
It seems like McDaniel's been getting the ball to the people he's got to get it to. It's just that, Clemson's defense has been really on them all game. It's kind of hard to move the ball down the field like that.
Two minutes to go in the game. Georgia down 11. Got to come up with something. Drake McDaniels will throw it deep this time. Find a man too. It's Jeff Master for 27 yards. It's a touchdown for Georgia.
Beautiful toe tap catch right there in the corner, right on the pylon. Big play for Georgia, even with so little time on the clock.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I didn't say there's a chance, but you never know. You never know.
Georgia will go for 2. Drake keeps it, has some room to run, but has nowhere to throw, and Clemson shut it down. Tough break for Georgia on the 2-point conversion. Jackson Pollard just able to get back to Drake McDaniel far too quickly. They're going to have to now go for the onside. Not going to be easy to grab right into the arms of a waiting Clemson member. Tough break.
Yeah, it looked like maybe they got that 2-point. They could have, shooken up a little bit. There's not much time on the clock, but it would have been fun to watch.
Clemson, Georgia. Great game tonight. Clemson, handoff. Closer, maybe. Oh, man. TD Hurd. The Tractors trying to bring the Bulldogs all the way to bed. That was crazy. Clemson's just ready to end this game out. Ready to put an exclamation point. Put the whole game to bed. Another handoff. Where are we going this time? 5 gain for TD.
Man, just keep getting that ball to TD Hurd until it's all said and done.
Looks like Clemson might just want the actual touchdown here. Another run up the middle. Another first down. TD Hurd. And that's going to burn all the timeouts away from Georgia on a play where it looks like Clemson are going to score.
Yeah, Clemson looks like they're about to take this touchdown here just for extra safe measures.
Yes, sir.
Hit it off. Yep. Right in there.
Robert Wetzel hitting them with it. 37-26. They got a little scary. It got a little scary. But Clemson able to get comfortable when it was needed. The ball's on a mystical journey. Where'd it go?
Running through the end zone.
That was wild. The ball. Why did the ball get to celebrate?
Exactly.
So 1:32 left for Georgia to make something happen here, but they lost the touchdown, and they have no timeouts remaining. Reggie, so it's not an easy situation to be in, to say the minimum, right?
Not at all. But at least try to go down the field, get some points just for consolation.
Whoa! Breaking through a man. Ooh. Gaining a lot at that. Chet O'Reilly, Mr. Clutch, 42-yard return.
Really big. That's a big return there, just running through everybody. Definitely would have liked that earlier in the game, though.
Drake has to hurry. Got nobody. Gonna throw that one to a teammate who's been hanging out with some Gatorade in the sideline. 2nd and 10.
Yep. Hey, bench warmers get the ball too.
That's me. I'm the bench warmer. Yep. I'm not even catching that one. Drake once again looking for that miracle down the field. Airs it out, and it's hauled in. Jeff Master, 37 yards.
I didn't think that was a catch at first. That's a really big catch there down the field.
This shows how big that previous possession was for Georgia. Had they gotten any kind of stoppage onto Clemson, tough open field tackle there. Remember, no timeouts remaining for Georgia. They got to go quick, and they do. 2nd and 6, able to spike it.
Yeah, definitely. If they would have got a stop on Clemson there, this would have been still a close game here, but Clemson ran away with it.
Drake once again. Georgia not giving up, but that one goes to a fan.
3rd and 6, big time play. That's where you see who's the biggest playmakers on the team here.
This is the chance to end any miracles if you're Clemson. Drake McDaniels looking. Doesn't have much room over his body. into the members of Clemson, and they'll shut this one down. Clemson ended out for Georgia. Tough break. Georgia, they had fight literally up until the very end, but that will do it with this lead that they've got. Tough way for it to go down unless something insane happens, but that first down in particular, that definitely cooks it.
Yeah, even though he didn't get the first, it was still an insane crossbody throw. That was a nice throw he gave there.
Yeah, the crossbody was wild. I thought it was going to be a game-ending interception. It's usually what you see with a crossbody like that. But hey, your first broadcast out of the way, Reggie.
I know, just a little nervous about this one. I'm gonna be a little ready for the next one.
Exactly. Well, we do have more tonight as well. So if you've been hanging out with us for this first game, don't go anywhere, because when we come back later on tonight, Notre Dame versus Nebraska. So we're playing no games with it. It's been fun so far, but hey, we're not done, and you're not done watching CFSL for our first game here tonight. Of course, it's been Anthony Malum with Reggie James, Mike Peters, and Austin Crow making things happen. But games are still going. Head over to the CFSL Twitch channel and check out the conclusion of the game over there. And we'll see you back here after a short break for more gaming between Notre Dame and Nebraska.